Welcome to Money Chat Now. I am your host, Larry Steinhouse, and today is October 12th, 2021. Hey, just a reminder, if you liked the show, hit the share button, hit the like button. Hey, share this thing, will you? Hit that share button right now. If you're watching, hit the share button right now because I want everybody to know how great this show is. All right, so that's a little selfish of me, but you can do it. Come on, do it. Hit the share button. Of course, you can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So feel free to comment. I may even respond to some of your comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. Money Chat Now is brought to you by Investor Schooling, and you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com. There you will learn about real estate investing and stock options trading from those who do it every day. All right, so on today's show, we're going to be discussing the market update. We're going to be talking about record resignations, job quitting. We're going to be talking about the FDA saying no to booster necessity. We're going to be talking about the self-driving Tesla, Apple's new launch event, and Facebook troubles again. All right. So, what is going on with this crazy bipolar market? It's insane. I mean, I've never seen anything. Well, I've seen things like it. I shouldn't say that. But it swung violently. It was up 100 points. It was down 100 points. It was up 100 points. It was down 100 points. Then it was moving a little bit. It ended up finishing minus 117 points. The S&P minus 10.5 points, and the NASDAQ down 20 points. I mean, seriously, what is going on? We really need to get this market to come back a little bit. It's crazy. All right. So, of course, I will tell you that when I see stuff like this, it makes me think that a big move is about to happen. And frankly, if I was to take a bet, it would be down from here. So I'm going to start to say that it might be time to start moving money into cash or start moving into puts or just waiting on the sidelines just for a little bit. But I do have some call plays into earnings that I need to ride out before I can make that move into cash. So, let's all bear with it and see what happens. We might have to white knuckle it. So workers left their job at a record pace in August, with bar and restaurant employees as well as retail staff quitting in droves, the Labor Department reported today. Apparently, at this time, many believe they can get better jobs elsewhere or feel they really don't want to put up with the hassles of their current employer. Most of the jobs lost were those in restaurants and other service industry jobs. Duh! The interesting part is that the economists actually believe that these people are quitting in fear of what? Contracting the evil Delta variant! Oh my goodness. But if that's so, why are they quitting now? Why didn't they quit a year ago? Duh. Okay, so apparently vaccine and mask mandates are starting to really piss a lot of people off. In New York City, the hosts of a restaurant have to ask the patrons for proof of vaccine. Do you really think these hosts want to play Nazi cop for a living? I mean, seriously? I have nothing better to do. I'm the Nazi cop. Give me your badge. Give me your papers, right? I mean, seriously? Then, of course, we have the vaccine mandate itself and the fact that some people still believe in the Constitution and the right to decide for themselves and not be bullied into a shot they may not believe in or want just because they want to be employed. We saw this weekend with Southwest Airlines as they canceled flights due to labor shortages from employees protesting the company's mandates. Of course, Southwest is still declining it, which is ridiculous. Even government hiring fell last month. Do you think it's because people don't want an overpaid, underperformance job? Of course they still want that job, but they won't sacrifice their health by being forced to get a vaccine they don't want, which is a requirement of every government job. I don't know. Anybody putting this together besides me? Because it's pretty obvious. Simple solution. Either overthrow the supreme leader or press him hard enough that he stops the madness so the world could go on working and living again. Maybe Florida has some job openings. I hear they're one of the last holdouts to still follow that document called the Constitution. All right, so FDA today said, no booster is necessary. Did I read this right? Did I actually see that the FDA is claiming that the booster shot is not necessary? Well, not exactly. They simply have no opinion on the matter, and frankly, that's weird. It was reported that it was reported by FDA scientists that that they're taking a stance whether to back the booster shots or Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine, saying data shows that 2 doses are still enough to protect against severe disease and death in the U.S. So if they're saying there's enough, so they simply feel that the data suggests that the efficiency of the 2 shots from Moderna doesn't fall enough to warrant a booster shot. I'm actually in shock here. Maybe, just maybe, someone forgot to grease a hand here. Look, this goes against the narratives. How can this scandemic continue unless people have to line up for a booster shot? Is it possible that someone at the FDA is actually ethical? Maybe it's possible somebody got a conscience? Or maybe it's just that someone's getting too close and the so-called scientists, with their political science instead of their actual science, are getting nervous. We will see how it plays out, but I believe soon the FDA holdouts will come to their senses before they are suicided. Because of this announcement, J&J declined today, but wait a minute, Moderna rose today. Wait a minute. Do you think it's because they still have the 2 shot while J&J has the 1 shot, and they were awaiting approval of the booster shot, and now that the FDA made this announcement, J&J may not sell as many booster shots as they planned? Yeah, I think it's all about the money, folks. Definitely. By the way, I still see J&J as a play at this price. I would ride it from right around here at 158 to right around 165, and I think it's a good stock option play, and I think you will be fine with it. Okay, let's talk a little bit about self-driving Teslas. So we all know that in the future, we will not need to drive ourselves to work. Our car will do it for you. We also know that Tesla has been leading the way in this technology the longest. Tesla has a new self-driving beta version, number 10.2, which now, I wonder actually if it's 10.2, I'm wondering if version 1 was, a really bad version. I wonder if it caused accidents. Anyway, beta version 10.2, which now allows for testing on city street driving. An invitation went out today to current Tesla owners who have the full self-driving software installed in their vehicle. This option was about 10 grand when I was shopping for my Tesla last year, so I know that it's available. It should also be noted that the National Transportation Safety Board and National Highway Traffic Safety Administration are both investigating Tesla to see if the company's driver's assistant features contributed to some crashes, including some with fatalities. A few weeks ago, we reported that some accidents involved Tesla cars smashing into parked first responder vehicles on the side of the road when the auto feature was engaged. So for some reason, they were, I don't know, maybe they're like dogs, and the cars are like dogs and they go after, I don't know, cop cars, whatever. Another interesting deciding factor on who will be eligible for the safe driving system are those who score 100 points on a scale of 100 points for what Tesla calls safe driving. Now, frankly, this is counterintuitive. We shouldn't give this self-driving software to the people who need it the most, not the people who drive safely. Clearly, Elon Musk has talked to the idiot Governor Wolf of Pennsylvania, who makes mask mandates for children and not adults. The adults who are higher risk versus the children who have no risks. And I thought Musk was on our side. What the heck? Just teasing. By the way, how will this affect Tesla stock? Tesla moved up today in the news, but I don't think this will hold. We all know that a crash will happen the first few weeks of the software being introduced, or at least it will appear that way, because that's how science works, right? By the way, I'm a big fan of self-driving cars, actually. I'm looking forward to the driverless Ubers showing up at my house and taking me to the bar, where I will drink all night and then have another Uber pick me up after. By the way, I wonder if the Uber will also have a self-cleaning interior if I drink way too much and, spill my cookies. All right, let's take a break while I contemplate spilling my cookies, and we'll talk to you in a minute.
Okay, so you've thought about investing in real estate, houses, apartment buildings, properties, but don't really know where to start? Well, what if you could very easily learn how to gain strategies to use other people's money to buy and sell houses in the Philadelphia area? If you could learn and network with successful area real estate investors and how to produce monthly income on rental properties without headaches, that place is Investor Schooling. With Investor Schooling, you'll learn from 2 Philadelphia area rockstar real estate investors, Phil Felton Mel Cohn and Larry Steinhouse about how to buy and sell properties the easy way and teach you basic and advanced techniques to help you make money in real estate. You can attend investor schooling in person or online visual classes 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate. Call for free information and get a complimentary pass to one of these classes. But don't delay, as these complimentary passes are limited. Call the number on your screen now or visit investorschooling.com. Investorschooling.com.
Welcome back to Money Chat Now. I am your host, Larry Steinhouse, and so far we've been discussing this kind of bipolar market, man. Went up, went down, went up, went down. What the heck? And it ended up finishing about 117 down. The S&P down 10.5, and the NASDAQ down 20 points as well. We also talked about the fact that people are quitting their job. They're quitting their job because they like to quit their job. No, probably because of the vaccine mandates. We also talked about how the FDA says no booster shot is necessary. That surprised me. We also talked about the self-driving Tesla, and the fact that I will be spilling my cookies in it. All right. Anyway, we'll be talking about Apple's launch event. We'll be talking about Facebook troubles, some more Facebook troubles, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the earnings season coming up. All right. So let's talk about Apple's new product launch. So Apple announced today that it plans to hold a launch event on October 18th where the company could announce new MacBook laptops and AirPods headphones. I want to know how these guys can get people to an event 6 days before the event. I guess that's what happens when you're Apple. I'm having trouble filling my event. You guys want to go to Your Piece of the Good Life and sign up for a great event? Go to Your Piece of the Good Life. I'll even give you a coupon mastermind. You'll get $250 off. Anyway, the event was revealed to invites to media and a tweet from Apple Senior Vice President of Marketing, Greg Joswiak, with the slogan Unleashed. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need a slogan Unleashed. That'll get people to my event. The launch will be streamed on Apple's website, as the company has held virtual launch events since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. Government overreach in 2020. Apple typically launches new products ahead of the holiday shopping season, its busiest time of the year for sales. So Apple has been updating its line of laptops and desktops that are all running the new Mac OS operating system, and it runs now on the chips that they designed themselves instead of using processors designed by Intel. So far, Apple has released MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, Mac Mini, and iMac computers using its new chips. I'm wondering if they're working. I'm actually wondering if this is why our computer keeps crashing in here. Anyway, but Apple has not yet updated its most powerful desktop computers to use its own chips, including its Mac Pro desktop and larger MacBook Pro laptops. If you recall, Apple announced new iPhone and Apple Watch models last month. And by the way, my iPhone 13 should be arriving today. I'm looking forward to it. Let's talk about Facebook's more troubles, because it's over and over and over again. Do you remember the Cambridge Analytica debacle 3 years ago, when Facebook was brought into the light for allowing an app to get too much personal information from you? Oh my goodness. Do you remember how it really wasn't such a big deal anyway? But the story got legs and the price tumbled. So the stock price crumbled. It was terrible. Well, it's flashback time, folks. Facebook was put under another microscope last month by the Wall Street Journal, as we found out a lot of inside information about the company and its target market of children. Oh, my children, put away your cigarettes and come use Facebook. We all got to hear from the whistleblower herself, Frances Haugen, and last week she was in front of a subcommittee right here in the good old communist country of America. Well, today we find out that she will be getting to tell her story again in Europe on the 25th. Why? Actually, who really cares? But once again, she gets to read her prepared speech to anyone in power who will listen and tell them about how terrible Facebook is. Aw, I wish they would call me and let me testify how bad it is. Has Hagen ever actually been put in Facebook jail for a joke or a parody? Has she had her post removed because it didn't follow the political science of the Democrat variant? Absolutely not. The real problem with Facebook is control and censorship. This is what's going to be the problem for Facebook in the future. If Facebook wants to make their platform all about kittens and puppies, at least call it Pet Book. So that way we can try to understand the community standards. Oh, the ever so changing community standards. Oh yeah, listen, everybody, right now, don't forget to post "Let's Go Brandon" every day. And I can't wait to see how they're going to justify censoring that one. As for the stock, Facebook still has some life in it. I believe this is another speed bump for them, and it will not last long. Hopefully, it will go up to the 20 points I'm expecting before earnings at the end of the month, and we'll see. But speaking of earnings season, we will be discussing that when we get back after this, and we will see you on the other side pretty soon. And I'm going to tell you all about earnings, because earnings is like so much fun. It's one of my favorite times. We'll see you in a minute. Investor schooling needs a new slogan.
Investor schooling? Never heard of.
I'm getting crazy. Aren't I?
Investor schooling.
Never heard of it.
Investor schooling? Never heard of them.
Think I can replace John
Any
Hannity now?
suggestions? Phil?
Investor schooling. We never heard of you either.
Investor Schooling. We never heard of you either. Register for a free class at investorschooling.com.
Investor schooling. Those guys are everywhere.
Investor schooling? Those guys are everywhere.
Investor schooling?
Those guys are everywhere.
Investor Schooling. Those guys are everywhere. Register for a free class at investorschooling.com.
Welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse, and those guys are everywhere. And come on, we want to be everywhere too, so hit the share button right now, share this, and maybe I'll share my whiteboard with you if you share this right now. But, you have to share it first, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, share this right now, and don't forget to like the Money Chat Now page. Don't forget you can comment on Facebook. You can comment on anywhere. You can comment on YouTube and LinkedIn, and I'll be able to see the comments right now. I know I got a big fan right now. Tommy Thompson is watching. Hey, Tommy, have fun. All right. Let's talk a little bit about what we've been talking about so far. Of course, we've been talking about the market update and the fact that the Dow is down 117 points. The S&P is down 10.5 points, and the NASDAQ is down 20. We talked about there being record resignations and work, so people are leaving their job. Most of them are saying, hey, I don't want to have this booster. I don't want to have this vaccine, and I don't want to wear masks anymore. I'm tired of it. Goodbye. And no one is admitting it because they're not allowed to admit it because, of course, it'll be censored on Google and YouTube and Facebook, the real truth. But we know what the truth is because it doesn't make any sense. All right. The FDA also says that no booster shot is necessary. That one surprised me. We talked about self-driving Teslas. We talked about the fact that Apple is going to be launching some new products coming up and Facebook's troubles. All right, we're here. We are at the tip of earnings season. So the earnings season today kind of started off with some small few names and nothing remarkable happened. But tomorrow, here it comes, brings some of the big names like JP Morgan, Schwab, and BlackRock. Now these will really kick off the season, and if they're good reports, it will propel this probably last bump or less bump to the markets higher. All of them are reporting before the markets open, and they will also set the stage for bank stocks reporting on Thursday. It could be a really good week if we get a good earnings season or get earnings tomorrow. It would be really great. By the way, we also have big tech coming up at the end of the month. I actually believe it's going to drag down the market and the slow decline will begin. But we're going to basically wait and see. I know Facebook's going to have a little bit of trouble this quarter, not because of earnings, but because Zuckerberg is going to say, and we're trying to not market to children anymore because we know how important that is to our Democrat friends, and we don't want to lose our Democrat friends because we've already lost all our Republican friends, and if we lose our Democrat friends, we'll have no friends. So we know that Facebook is going to have something stupid to say to try to defend themselves against going after children. Anyway, oil prices and gas stocks will also be positive. I think I mentioned earlier Oxy and Halliburton are my plays here. I actually bought Halliburton stock today and sold the covered call. I think that was a really good play. I'll also be looking forward to the earnings season, as I believe, like I said before, it'll be the last great earnings season for quite a while. All right, at this point, I think that's it. We will talk tomorrow. And wait a minute, hold on. I got to tell you all about, I don't even know what I have to tell you all about, but it's about something. Bitcoin, or CCL, RCL, yeah, all the same stuff. And don't forget, thank you for watching Money Chat Now. And by the way, if you didn't hit the share button, hit it, will you? Hit that like button. Let me know you enjoy the show. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. Of course, as you know, from time to time, I own some of the assets and options discussed in this show. The opinions discussed in this show are solely mine, and no one has asked me to discuss them. Some have asked me to not discuss them, which is interesting too. Thank you for watching Money Chat Now, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 4:03. Hit the share button right now. I only got one person that said, "Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon."